Welcome back to the Big Fish Contracting Podcast. I'm your host, Eric, along with the lovely Tanya Welson. Tanya,
Hello, Eric.
how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Great, thank you.
Great. Oh, this is exciting. We have a
Who is this
return
that
guest.
sits next to us?
Oh, go ahead and reintroduce yourself.
Well, actually, most of our listeners asked multiple times if we could hear from Heather again.
Yeah, many requests.
And so she has graced us with her presence once again, Miss Heather Henry.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Real
Heather
estate
Henry.
extraordinaire.
The Heather Henry.
Yeah. Broker.
Thank you.
Broker.
That's exactly
She's
right.
been up to something, though. Heather has
I
been
have
up to
been.
something.
Heather, when were you on the podcast last? About a year ago?
It was in February.
Okay,
of
so just under a year.
last year.
Yes.
And
okay.
at that time, we were talking real estate, and we also had done a remodel of your home recently.
Yes, you did.
Then. And you were, at that time, what were you up to, working with the realty executives still?
I was, yes. So
Yeah.
things have definitely changed since the last time we were on the podcast.
Yes.
I'm not as nervous this time.
Oh, good. She's experienced. No nerves.
Right.
That was the most nerve-wracking thing.
For real?
Oh, for real.
Wow.
I
I would think like jumping out of a plane would be more nerve-wracking.
No, I was terrified.
You were so good.
She is
You
the
called me a
natural.
hustler.
I did.
And you
Damn
were
that.
saying Wild
Damn
Wild
that.
West.
Oh, and the Wild... there's a
the
couple...
Wild West.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple lines, that one, the hustler, that we've been using
It's
even
the
around
Wild Wild West out
around
there.
our family table.
Yeah.
Have you?
It kind
The
of
hustler,
stuck.
yeah.
It's stuck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yes, I was terrified of because I am not used to being in front of the camera.
Oh. There's no camera.
It's just
Or it was my first podcast ever.
That's awesome. And now you've done like 8.
now she's actually going to train us
Right,
today.
yeah. Are you gonna
I'm not
start your
professionals
own
like you
podcast?
guys are, okay?
Are you going to start your own podcast?
I don't know
Okay.
to answer your question. I'm sure that could possibly be something
might
in
be
the
down the
future
road.
if I
Never say never.
That's right, you never say never.
Mm-hmm.
But the last time we were here, you were so joyful. You were so much fun. We told great stories.
We're going to try again.
We hopefully
try
are
again.
just
We are
as
gonna
fun.
try
I mean, that
again.
is, Eric and I are,
We like
we
having
do a lot of fun.
We do get A's and fun.
yeah.
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 You did it. It was a blast.
I wish that would have been a subject in school. I would have gotten straight A's.
Yeah, 100%.
Subject of fun.
Just fun.
Just fun.
I was actually voted the biggest storyteller in my senior class.
That's awesome.
Oh, that makes
You know
sense.
how they will give out awards in senior class? I was voted the biggest storyteller, but
Yeah.
I was terrified of the first podcast.
Oh my gosh, which is all storytelling. And that's why you were a natural.
In high school, I don't know why we're going into this, but I am. In high school, I look back and I was a chameleon.
Oh,
Like I really good at just kind of
Blending.
blending in, like where I was around everybody
Mm-hmm.
and yet around nobody at the same time. You know?
Sure.
Where's Eric?
Right?
Oh,
Like,
he's
oh, there he is.
wall.
There he is.
There he is.
Like sports. Oh, yeah, there he is. Musicals. Oh, there he is. Band. There he is. Good grades. Had them. Bad grades. Had 'em.
Also, yeah.
I can relate to
Exactly.
that. Yes.
Right. Like in physics too. Yes. Skipping out and bagging study hall, getting chased by the rent-a-cop at Washoe South. Check.
That is so funny.
I know. We got a rent-a-cop.
Oh, times were different.
I know they were.
Oh, I
Imagine
think there's
doing
real
that
cops
today.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
So, what have you been up to?
There has been a big change
Yeah,
in your
let's
life.
talk about it. Talk about it.
Here she goes.
Yes, so I started my own real estate company.
That is incredible.
We're gonna want to say that a little louder so the mic
Do tell
picks it
again.
up.
I started my own real estate company.
Oh yeah.
So exciting. That is
You did
such
not.
a leap.
You did
I
not.
did. So from the last time that we were here, I was with another broker
Yes.
at that point. And then a lot of stuff has changed since then.
So that's
That's-
quite
A
a
great,
decision, right?
yeah, that's a huge change and a big decision to make. And you took the leap.
I took the leap.
Let's talk about the process.
Okay, so the process.
How'd you get there?
I'm going to actually take you.
Uh-oh.
The process started over 6 months ago, but I'll take you back to when I was young.
My childhood? To
Yes.
your childhood? Okay.
Because it actually,
Let's do
I
this.
believe your childhood cultivates who you
Story
become.
time with
right?
Heather Henry
The
voted,
best
voted the best
storyteller of-
storyteller in her senior
It's
class.
I
funny.
was.
What's happening?
I was voted the best.
Yeah,
But
here
do
we
you
go.
agree with me that your childhood does shape who you become?
Yes, 100%.
100%.
Yes. I mean, it definitely is an influence.
It's
on
an
who you
influence. I
become.
guess it doesn't shape
Yeah.
you. It's an influence.
Yeah.
Yes, I would agree with you on that.
Unfortunately, too many times it does shape people.
It
but
does, yes.
It should just be a really strong influence in it. But go on.
That's right. So when I was growing up, our family had a restaurant business.
Okay.
My grandparents started it, and it was extremely successful.
Okay.
So that's where I started working at 12. And I saw how successful they were and their entrepreneurship. So fast forward to when I graduated.
What type of restaurant? What's your maiden name?
Raider,
Raider. Okay.
like R-A-D-E-R. Not like Lost the Raiders,
That,
you
like-
know?
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
thinking
Oh,
the
yeah,
Raiders.
yeah,
I
yeah.
immediately
Yeah,
went
The
to
Raiders,
so
like
what
the
type of
football
restaurant?
Yes, like I
What
went
type of
right to the
restaurant?
football
So
team.
it was a family-owned restaurant.
Okay.
My grandparents started it, and they started it with just ice cream, and my grandma made homemade pies.
Okay.
Oh, cute.
And it was extremely successful for 40 years. And I saw
Local?
it was local.
What was
okay.
it
It was
called?
the only restaurant in town
Oh.
at the time.
What is this town? You
Yeah,
speak of?
is it the Wild Wild West?
It actually was. We had 2 stoplights
Okay.
when I was growing up. So for them to build a restaurant in a very small town where everybody knew everybody's
Yeah.
name, it
Oh
was
yeah, your
almost like Mayberry,
reputation's gonna,
Yes.
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It was Mayberry. So that's where my work ethic had started, and I saw entrepreneurship at that point. So fast forward to when I graduated high school, then I got my real estate license. Well, actually, I went to college for business. Didn't know what I wanted to do, got my real estate license. I got my real estate license in Ohio. I don't know if you know this.
No, I'm learning. I like it.
Yes.
So-
many fun facts.
I was a country girl, the 2 stoplight town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? And so I got my license in the state of Ohio. And then Matt and I got engaged, got married, and I moved to Wisconsin. And when I moved to Wisconsin, I had only done real estate for about a year in Ohio because I was born and raised in Ohio. So we moved to Wisconsin, and then I started with a very well-known brokerage at that time because there weren't a lot of brokerages at that time. And my mother-in-law was like, you must go with this. She had such great realtor at that when she had sold our houses. So I went to that company, and I was there for 10 years. And
That's when we met.
yes, that's when we met.
Yep.
That's when we met. And you're part of the story too.
Oh, great.
You're part of the story too.
This is where it takes a turn.
It does take a turn. And so when I was there 10 years, I left there with the intentions of starting my own brokerage at that time.
Okay.
So that would have been 14 years ago.
Oh
Got it.
wow.
Okay.
So I left that brokerage and I went to another brokerage. I then got my broker's license because you can hold a real estate license, but you need to hold a broker's license in order to start your own business.
Makes sense.
So I got my broker's license at that time. And the plan was for me to transition out of there eventually. So I left the broker A in December, started with broker B December, and found out I was having a baby in June.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
The baby.
We were blessed.
Yes.
So I was having baby Thomas. So plans got put on hold
Sure.
at that point.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so for the next 14 years, I raised children. I'm still raising children, right? But raising babies is hard. You know, I had a baby, and then 2.5 years later, I had Katie. I had Thomas, and then I had Katie 2.5 years later. So I was in the thick of it. And the company that I was with granted me the ability to do business at my own pace. And the referrals that I received from past clients, family, friends, allowed me to not work at the level that I was once working at because, having babies, you change everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then COVID hit. Oh, COVID. Remember COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just try to
do.
forget it.
Then I homeschooled a year. All on my own. I homeschooled for an entire year. Not the first year. I was like 2021 is when I homeschooled.
Yeah. Okay.
And then after homeschooling a year, I realized I need help. This teacher stuff is tough.
Terrible.
I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, bless
I
your
always
heart.
thought-
I learned I could not do that.
Oh, I couldn't do that. It was hard. Like it's
I
enjoyable.
mean, it's hard if you have high standards for education for your
Yes.
children.
That's right. And didn't your wife homeschool all your
Yeah,
children?
but we didn't have very high standards for education for our children, which
It was
worked
still
out really
tough.
well.
Hats off to her because it was hard.
It was every year. Yeah, I mean, like
Did she take all of them through?
So everyone was a little different. Our oldest two went to Alex half of kindergarten in public school.
Okay.
Homeschooled the rest.
Yeah.
Amber halfway through, like first grade or second grade, and then homeschooled all the way through high school. Hannah went through public school K through sixth grade,
Okay.
Heartland, and then homeschooled the rest of the way. Lola, our youngest, public school, all 18 years of her life. But and that was looking at the children, looking at how they're hardwired. We thought what was best for them. And so each path was a little different, but Lindsay did have to really put together a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of work into curriculum.
Sure.
But then there was a large community of people.
There is a large community.
Which helped because you kind of raised children and taught them in community a little bit. But we also didn't have necessarily I didn't care as much about creating a doctor or as much as I did raising really solid human beings. And
That's exactly right.
And I learned a long time ago, if you can teach kids to read, that's the most important. And then but teach them to think.
That's right.
How to process information, all information. Doesn't matter if you're reading a sheet, if you're having an interaction with a human being, if you're, just how to process information. And
That's
think,
right.
Get their brain
To
turned on.
think.
But then when they got into high school, that's when we found some really key people, tutors basically, who we invested in them to invest in our children
Which was
at that high school age.
right,
and
because that's no
really
joke.
help
That's
them-
schoolwork.
Yep, really help them, in particular, preparation for ACT. Because at this time,
Sure.
if you got a really high score on the ACT, you were going to get a lot of college scholarship offers, academic. And Wisconsin is really laxed in the rules. How do you get a high school diploma? Other states are very much more difficult. So then, so it was easy to get the high school diploma, but our children scored high on the ACT scores because they really invested in that, and then they had opportunities collegiate-wise because of that. So that's how it worked for us. But Lindsay did not work.
Right.
Which was necessary, right? So
It's
to your
absolutely
Yeah,
point-
so when you
to your
homeschooled that
point,
year,
yeah.
you
There's
were...
no way I was going to start a brokerage.
Exactly.
At that time, I mean,
was able
to
to
put
do-
that on a mom's
I was
plate.
able to
Oh my
work on Big
gosh.
Fish, and Lindsay was able to
Right.
do our children's stuff.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
it wouldn't have worked.
You were
Yeah.
you were a team.
Yeah.
That's right. And so was a delay in starting the real estate business, and I can so relate to that. So then we found a school that was a hybrid school, where the kids go 3 days a week, and they're homeschooled 2 days a week. So I was still able to be involved in their education. And the company that I was at allowed me to make that transition, and it was actually all of a transition for myself and our children.
And this is
Because
since COVID.
this is since COVID, right? They started 4 years ago at this school.
Okay. Yeah.
And I had to learn, it was like a whole new learning curve for me because I was now learning the lessons of that school. So at that point, I started talking about it. And I wanted to do it, but it was just too. With everything that we had going on, it wasn't the right timing.
Timing
So
is everything.
the timing is everything. So fast forward, to 2002.
2002, 22.
No, 2022.
Got it.
Yeah, so fast forward to 2022. Well, actually, we'll go back. So now Thomas and Katie are older.
Yeah.
So Thomas is 12 and a half years old now, and Katie's 10. And now Thomas goes to school 4 days a week, and he's only homeschooled 1 day.
Okay.
And Katie, she is now homeschooled 2 days a week, and goes to school 3 days a week.
Okay.
So I have much more time, and I have much
Yeah.
more flexibility. And she's a great little student, Katie.
Yeah.
So we'll have our work done right away. So she can follow mom on real estate appointments if
Oh, I
needed.
love that. Yeah, little mini.
Yeah.
Right? She
Yeah.
can follow, or she can do her homework in the car if I have to go show a home. So
Yeah.
just on, but it's only on 2 days out of
Right.
a week, right?
Yeah.
So timing was everything. So fast forward to, and that's what's happening this year. So go to 2022. This is where you come in the picture.
Okay.
He's making his way in the
Yeah,
story.
yeah. I'm very
You're
sorry.
making your way in the
Yeah,
story
I'm
because
back.
now we're at 2025.
Still out there hustling.
That's right, you're still out there hustling. So this is how the whole process came to be. I had always wanted to start it, but I didn't know the right timing, right? When should I do it? When should I not do it? And as Thomas and Katie were getting older, it was easier
Yeah.
to say, okay, they're a little bit more
Like,
independent.
this is possible.
But it's like, it's possible.
Yeah.
But when do you pull the trigger?
When you actually say
Yeah.
yes.
When you
Yeah.
actually do it. It's a
Right.
big decision.
Exactly.
It's a
Yeah.
huge decision. So 2022 comes. We have a huge, the massive hailstorm that just rang out across Oconomowoc.
Yeah.
Right? So we had you over to our home. And at that time, we had met prior, 20 years before. You had actually did a roofing quote for me. Like, I had a buyer that had a home inspection,
Yeah.
and they needed a roof repair. I'm not sure exactly what it was. But 20 years later, you came back into the picture. And we're about the same age, right?
Yeah.
And
Early 40s.
the early 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I saw when you came over, I had this flashback to say, oh my gosh, I remember when Eric started his business. Or when I had made contact with you 20 years prior. And so we hired
Just
you
a
to do our
guy.
home.
He was just a guy in a truck, right?
He was like
20
yeah.
years ago.
So you came over. We hired you, Big Fish, to do our home
Yes, in 22.
in 22.
Yeah.
You did it in 23.
Yep.
So at that point, I was thinking, when do I do this? When do I do it? Then I saw your incredible crew come over and the way you ran things. Eric's not on the roof anymore, right?
Yeah.
From the roofers to the window people. I love the window
Yeah,
guys.
Wayne.
Oh, love them.
Yeah.
And the siding. Diego, he's incredible. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, if you get your roof and
Yeah.
if you get your siding and your windows done, request those two.
No, don't. They're all great.
They're all
timing
great.
is
I
awesome.
loved them.
Scott and Casey, you've never met Scott and Casey.
No,
They're
I
siding
You would like
surgeon.
them
You
a
would
lot.
Love them.
They
are
they awesome?
And
They're
Diego is
so
they're
awesome.
awesome. But Scott and Casey, if you would love them.
I would love
Anyways,
to
but
meet them.
thank you. for
I'll have
that.
to refer
Yes.
you to someone so that I can go
Yeah,
and
Scott and Casey. We call them the Swamp Boys.
That's awesome.
yeah.
They were
Sorry, Scott, Casey. I'm sure you're listening, and I know you know that. So
Yes.
So I saw how you ran such a successful business and just the integrity of your business. And this was one thing that Matt had said. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will in the process, who do you want there? And that's how we decided to hire you. We wanted you there. So I saw this and I thought, man, that's what I've wanted. I've always wanted. I've always wanted to have my own business. And so let's go.
That's amazing.
yeah,
I said, let's do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Isn't that great? It
so
really
sweet.
was because
That's so kind.
I had that vision of when I
Yeah.
called you 20 years prior to say, hey, I got a home inspection here. You probably got a lot of those realtor calls.
Couple.
I need you to come do an inspection or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then fast forward it was saying, it's time. I'm not getting any younger. It's time for me to give back like you've given back to these, like I said, you're not on the roof, but you're there looking at the roof, and the young bucks are up on the roof, and you're giving back, and you're teaching, and you're doing the things to run a successful business. So that's what it was like. Okay, it's time.
So cool.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
tell us. That is such a great story.
It's a
Thank you. I
wonderful
know why
story.
they voted you best storyteller.
Yes, she's got this
well,
down.
Let me
Again, podcast coming by Heather Henry
so
too.
talk about the new business.
Yes.
Right.
What it?
Yeah, we can go to your
talk.
notes.
We'll look
No,
at the notes.
that was fine. I was just moving.
Let's
right?
talk
Yeah.
talk about your new business. So we've walked through the decision making.
That was the decision-making process. That's exactly right.
And now, though,
That's one page.
okay, it's thick paper. You use thick paper.
I do.
I feel like that's a,
So when I do, it has my name tag from when I was at school this morning.
who does this belong? Oh, it's Heather's.
It's Heather's, no
Okay.
big deal.
Okay.
I do because when I do market analysis for sellers and I go to their home and I sit down with them and I have to show them other
you want
people's
nice-
homes, I want a little bit
Thicker
thicker.
paper.
thicker
That makes
paper.
sense. It's
Yes.
a sales tactic.
Okay, so what's the name of this new business?
It's Henry Real Estate Company.
Excellent.
Henry Real Estate
And
Company.
full service real estate brokerage. firm.
100%.
Yes.
Yes, 100% full service.
Okay.
And when did you officially launch? Like, what is the opening of Heather or Henry Homes?
It was in April of this year.
Oh, it's so new.
Birthday
So
month.
no.
Yeah, that's wow.
That's when we got. There's a whole process that you
I'm
have
sure.
to. You have to go through with the state of
A lot
Wisconsin.
of legal stuff.
Like, how did I start the process? So what happened was the end of last year, the state of Wisconsin, I ordered what they call broker in a box.
Okay.
Tells you everything you need to know about starting a brokerage. A to B, it's about that thick.
Okay.
It's
The
and
bo-
so
the box.
is it
the
a
box.
box or
Is
a
it a
book?
pamphlet?
it's actually a 3-ring binder they give you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, so it's huge and it
broker
has
in a
it lays-
binder.
Kind of like broker in a binder instead of
Broker in a binder. Yeah.
You better call him a broker in a binder.
Yeah.
So it was, how do you start your own real estate business?
Oh, wow.
Right? So that is the very first thing that I got.
Yeah.
Then
And
you
knowing you went through it all.
Probably-
over and
Yeah, I
over
would say
and
multiple
over
times.
and over
That's just
again.
fun. Yeah.
Because there's
Copying it all onto thick paper.
Highlighting, writing, rewriting.
I did. Well, you know, when you did our home, all the questions that I asked you,
Did you have questions?
I had
I don't
so
remember.
many
I don't
details.
even
know.
remember.
We just
It's such a
came.
joy.
I
We did.
asked your carpenter questions.
You
I
know
even-
how to do windows now.
I do, because they were so kind and so generous.
Yeah.
They were awesome answering all my questions. So you could imagine when I got this broker in a box, I wanted to do it right. I wanted to make sure all the T's were crossed, the I's were dotted. So that was the first step. Then you have to hire an attorney. Then you have to hire an accountant, because I didn't know anything about paying
The
yourself,
tax stuff,
the
yeah,
tax,
exactly.
the tax
Yeah.
side,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because I had always been an independent contractor, 1099, but this is completely different.
Yeah.
And then we had to pick a name.
Yeah.
And before we actually got the tax guy and the attorney, we had to figure out, what do we want to be called? And so we spent weeks and weeks and weeks on a name, and everything was taken.
Oh.
So we're like, well, how can we do a simple name that people can remember, that people can spell, and that Henry.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Super
Very
easy.
Yeah, and
very
it's
strong,
your
very
last
simple.
name.
It's our last name.
You love it.
So we wanted Henry Real Estate. That's originally
Yeah.
what we wanted. But then you have to go to the good old World Wide Web. Go to and figure out if that URL
The web
Yeah.
address
Yes.
is there. What do we want to? We
And
want to
you
go.
wanted .com. You don't want .org or
Oh,
.net.
That's right.
Yeah.
We wanted henryrealestate.com. Well,
Yeah,
guess
exactly.
what?
That's
Somebody
taken.
took it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually went, what is the website that, GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
GoDaddy.
Yeah.
Well, we went there and we had to then wait for, this is a whole process to
Oh, yeah.
actually
Yeah,
start
to
your
get
business.
it
Oh, yeah.
approved. Yeah.
To get it approved, well, somebody owned it. So we had to go to them and we offered them a
Oh
certain
my
amount
gosh,
of money.
you tried to buy it.
We tried to buy it. Well, they came back at a
A ridiculous
ridiculous
amount.
amount. So we're like, okay, Henry Real Estate Company
Yeah.
.com that people could remember. So then that wasn't taken.
Nice.
So, and it was easy to remember. And I always say for spelling purposes too, because that's easy, Henry, right? People can remember that. And so that's how, then we got the website. We knew that we could get henryrealestatecompany.com, and then we had to apply to the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So there's a whole process.
Yep.
You have to learn about trust accounts. You have to have bank accounts. There's so much that's involved
Yeah.
in starting your business.
You know what I am thinking of right now, which I wish we had the same or similar process to become a contractor.
Okay.
We don't.
Oh, you don't?
You can become a contractor literally tomorrow.
Have
you
a
don't
hammer?
Need any. There's no. Technically, there is some legal stuff that you should be doing, licensed in the state of Wisconsin, blah blah blah. But
Okay.
nobody patrols it, and
Oh, wow.
like literally anybody can come become a contractor at any. There's
That's
no.
why you hear those terrible stories.
Yeah, it's just so easy. And it shouldn't be that easy. It should be possible. I'm not saying you need to have a system that makes it overwhelmingly difficult, but and I would assume
Right.
that in the real estate world,
Yes, you
like
have to
there's
be
a lot
licensed.
of there's a lot of
There's
legal
a
stuff
lot of
going
legal.
on
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so
Those are big transactions.
Yeah.
That are,
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine that there's a robust, it's called the binder, though.
Yeah, a binder.
The broker and a
The
binder.
broker and the binder. It's very robust.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
need with contractor, like at
Oh,
least
it's
in
very
like a
regulated
cup
by the
or
state.
Okay.
just
Just
something,
Sure.
just a little something.
notepad.
Yeah,
No, there's nothing.
Contractor
There's
and a
nothing.
notepad.
So
That's why
so-
you do your due
so-
diligence
so
with the
when-
contractor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Amen.
It is
Amen.
Yeah.
And you get what you
It
pay
would make
for.
it a lot. It would make it a lot better, I think, for
Right.
the consumer.
It would protect the consumer
Right.
Yes,
a
it
lot
would.
more.
Yeah.
I would agree with you on that because one of the things that I had to do was a trust account. Trust account is when a buyer has an accepted offer and they then turn in earnest money. And the earnest money goes into a trust account of the broker who has the home listed.
Okay.
That's regulated by the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They had to. I had to.
There's lawyers involved in that.
There's a huge process. Like you have to, in order to get, they have to have access to your account. I had to learn about ledgers and binders, and that's why
And that
tax
was all
guys are
stuff-
so good.
Sure.
Yeah, that was all stuff previously you may have known a little bit about,
Yeah,
but
did you?
not
I was thinking
intimately
the same
acquainted
thing.
with.
Like, how much did you know when you just did you even know all of that was going to happen when you said, "Yeah, I'm going to build my own business"?
I did because when I had left the first company, and I went and I went to the second company, I bought broker and a binder.
Oh, already. You
At
had
that
it
point.
14 years ago.
Well, I had it,
You
and
had-
then we got rid of it for
It
the
went to
14 years, and then I
Goodwill.
had to reorder the broker in a box again. I'm sure things I might have changed in that
Sure,
14 years.
sure.
So I started learning back then, but it was a little bit overwhelming. I wasn't in the right space.
Well, you were a new mom and all that.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
That's right. I wasn't open to putting that much information in my head at that time when I was a new mom. I was just surviving.
Yeah.
And taking
Yeah.
care of the clients that I did have and taking care of babies. That was a lot.
So talk about your fears, hopes, goals, all of the above, any of the above, from doing this transition. Now it's been 8 months, 9 months since you actually made the
Well,
leap.
April, May, June, July,
Let's
August.
count it.
Oh, it's like
About five.
Even-
It's
okay,
it's
so
not
five-
about
five
5
months.
It is
About
in-
5 months.
It's
How-
infancy.
Yes.
Where, how are you? How are you doing? How are you
Does
doing
it feel
right
like being
now?
a new mom? I bet it
Yeah.
does.
Just-
Yes. So my fears were, and I don't know. Have you ever heard of? My fears were that when I left the brokerage that I was at, that would people still want to do business with me because I wasn't associated with a big name. And what I found out, and the most rewarding thing is that I called my clients and I told them that I'm no longer with XYZ. I've started my own company. And without hesitation, they said, we're in.
We're in.
I'm selling your
amazing.
home.
I know that's what I said. I'm in.
Selling your home.
Yeah.
So because I was at that other company earlier this year, and what happened was, I knew I had listings coming up, and regardless if I was at that XYZ company or my own company, I was taking care of those listings. Well, I had one client say I need, for her situation, they had to get it on the market. So I put it on the market with the other company, and the day I put it on the market with the other company, I was approved by the state of Wisconsin.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So, but then I had to wait,
Yeah.
and because you have to close out what you're doing at
Yeah.
that other company. So then
Pressure was on
I
to get
had-
that baby sold.
Yeah.
it was a 2-week deal, and it was a cash.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was like right. And
Yeah.
so then I had been talking to other previous sellers about putting their home on the market, but I hadn't said anything to them. And then when I had to go to them and tell them, that was and tell them that I was no longer with XYZ, that I was with my own real estate company, they were like all on board. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah,
so
so that's
Yeah,
encouraging.
then you
It
know
was- it was
it's the right
so
But
decision.
really,
encouraging.
at the end of the day, it's about you.
that's
I mean,
right.
Yeah,
like,
that's
right.
yeah, it doesn't matter what it does in some sense is what the bigger company's name is. There's some, it's not like to say there's no value there, but
Right.
it's a people-driven business and they're dealing
It's a-
with you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So that was my
and
fears with
and
peop-
that same with me, that with her.
Right.
Again, because of her, not because of the company
company.
you were with. Even though I know the companies you were with,
Right.
great companies, you know.
Yes.
But it's still you. At the end of the day, I'm with you. You know,
That's exactly right. And
I can't have a billboard on a podcast that says XYZ company.
That's right.
You know?
That's
And
right.
I certainly can't get a hold of the owner.
That's exactly right. And with real estate, it's always about the individual agent.
Yeah.
The company name is just there to support. Like when I first got into real estate, the first 5 to 10 years, well, first 5 years, I had no network. I had nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And so using that company name was huge.
Yeah.
To help give confidence in the buyer
Yeah.
or the
Yeah.
seller
Right.
that
Yeah.
hey,
You're
I'm
new, but the
associated with
company-
this.
Yeah.
I'm associated with this company.
Yeah.
But that is completely different now that I've been here 25 years.
Absolutely. That's a sidetrack thought. I was just thinking of some of our younger sales,
I was too. I
Right?
was like, yeah, this is exactly
just
it.
the younger sales guys
Yeah.
that we have that are so associated with Big
Like
Fish
the
contracts.
company. Yeah.
Right, and that gives them credibility because
Yes,
them
it
on
does.
their own,
That's right.
they're going to be in trouble.
Right.
You know,
That's
they're
exactly right.
Yeah, they're still at their core great human beings, good
Mm-hmm.
people.
Absolutely.
You
They've
know,
got to
but
they've got to
like-
learn.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that experience that brings that comfort and insurance and trust. You know,
That's right
is
because you have
necessary.
the experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have the 25, 30 years of
Yeah.
experience.
the name. Yeah,
Then and your name. So when I went over, that was my biggest fear. But what I have found also is that as I'm calling these past clients, I'm getting through them. Imagine 25 years of calling of clients. I'm
Do you
calling.
call them all?
I'm in the process of calling most
All
of
of them.
all of them.
That's amazing.
All of them.
Could you imagine calling all of our customers?
Don't tempt me. I'm up for a good challenge.
Let's do it. Just say hi.
Just say
hi.
That's
Just touch-
right. Reach out to them. Reach out to them and say hi. Yes,
How
you
many do you
should.
think we have?
Thousands?
10,000?
Probably.
You better start now.
Don't
I know.
Do you
She's
still
gonna
have
be
all
at,
their
like-
names and phone
Oh, yeah,
numbers?
we got CRM stuff.
See, I didn't have
we-
CRMs
Well,
when
we
I
don't
started.
have, actually, I would have to go to the file because I used
I had
to
to go to the
manila.
files.
I
I
used to
had-
have manila
yep.
envelopes.
Yeah, the hard copies.
So everything from 2011 we have going
Oh, yeah,
forward,
call
but
'em.
everything
that'd be
prior to
fun.
2011, which is a lot. I've
lot.
been
It's
doing
a
it for a long
lot.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all in manila envelopes. So should we start just with what we have?
Probably
I'm just kidding.
start on
You can't tell her this. She's gonna be like at 3 a.m. Like I'm gonna get some
Break it
googly
down.
eyed text like I'm on number 787. You know.
You would,
I
with your
have been known to do
determination,
that.
you're going to
Oh,
do it.
Yeah,
She will.
don't tempt me.
You will. Actually, just break it down. If you have 10,000, whatever your number is, just break it down and
Yeah,
say,
I'm already doing some math. It's like, okay, I'm
Just calling to say hi.
just going to say hi.
See how you're doing.
yeah.
Is there anything
I
we
like
can do
that
for
idea.
you?
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
right.
it really is a
It's a good-
great
well, I'm
idea.
thinking
Not
winter
for you,
project.
not
Winter
for you,
project.
but I mean,
Yeah.
you would be lovely at it. The
Your new
best at it.
salespeople. Your new salespeople.
Yeah.
Maybe they need a new roof.
They probably might.
True.
I would
Or
be on
some
that. If
window.
I was new in your company and I was selling roofs, I would call
gosh.
every single
Don't mind
client
me.
from
Those
15
of you who
years
need
ago.
to be hearing this, I hope you're hearing this.
Wouldn't you if you were a new salesperson?
Well, I was
Yeah.
a hustler, of course.
That's
I
right.
would.
You were knocking on the doors in Eagle
Of course
just
I would.
like a month or two ago.
was
Yeah, he
there.
was already.
I was.
He was
You
back
were, see?
hustling big
Yeah,
time.
well, yeah.
Yes. So
That is such a great. That's a little sidetrack, but we had our film because we were out there in 2010
right.
when the tornado hit.
Oh yes, my mother-in-law lived
and
there.
and it was a really pivotal point in my life. I had just made the decision that I wanted to do big fish contracting for real when I grow up. That was 2010.
Okay,
so I had
2010,
already I had been doing big fish contracting for 10, 11 years at that point. I was, but I always was kind of, I don't know, is this what I want to do? I was back and forth to Colorado a couple times.
Okay.
I always thought maybe I would just go into full-time ministry. I had applied for youth pastor positions and stuff like that, but I
Okay.
never had a college degree. So I never could get a job like that. But I always wanted to, that's what I thought I might be doing. Or this.
Sure.
I knew that if I really wanted to do this, or I had faith that we could build one of the biggest remodeling companies
right.
in Lake Country, and it's not like size, just like I knew what was out there, I knew what people wanted, and I just didn't know if I wanted to do it. So in 2010, I almost moved to Colorado, changed my mind, made the decision, this is what I'm going to do, and then the tornado hit. Like 2 months after that, May.
Okay.
It hit in May, and I had made that decision in late March.
Okay.
And I got out in Eagle, and we signed. It was at the time, well, collectively probably around like $1 million worth of work.
That's awesome.
Which was huge.
That's huge.
At the time, and it gave me the just the work, not just that amount of work, and to be able to start pushing towards branding and marketing.
Sure.
Because when you're building the brand, you're front loading a lot of the costs.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
sure you're aware of that, right?
I am aware of
Right?
that.
You're,
Yes.
you're spending. You have to. Spend
We just talked about it.
Yeah, you have to spend the money now.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
so
You
that
do.
gave me the resources to
That's
begin to
wonderful.
be able to just so then, and we did all these homes in Eagle. Well, and now fast forward to May 15th, 2025, this
Right.
year, big hailstorm comes through.
That's right.
Who calls me? All of these existing
That's right.
homeowners, previous homeowners that we were there in 2010.
Yes.
And we're just their contractor. And I haven't seen them in 15 years.
That's
but
special.
it is. And so I'm taking all the Eagle. I told Tom.
That's right.
And so we're out there right now. Your mother-in-law being one of them.
That's right.
And of a house that we're going to be redoing. But we have the film crew out there. And
Awesome.
they did some testimonials just talking to our homeowners about us in 2010. And here we are 15 years later.
Right.
And we're tying this whole story together. I'm incredibly proud of it.
You should be.
And blessed, like, to be able to, 15 years later. So, but I knew you'd appreciate that. Because you're like the
yes.
same.
That's
You know,
right.
We're the same, just different businesses.
complete. Yep.
Yeah.
But yet related.
Yeah, well, they are
I mean,
tied
they-
together
yeah.
when all of our real estate people, by the way, for real estate customers, if you need any roofs. Or
You sell your home and do any repair work, call us.
yeah,
That's,
it's called,
of course, you know I'm calling you.
yeah, I know you are.
Actually, you just did the one in not Eagle, the one in Palmyra.
Oh,
in
yeah,
South
we-
Shore Drive.
Who's
I don't want to say her name, but
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, is all good?
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, you're looking a little
No,
strange.
I think it
You're
was.
thinking
I
of
think
me.
it might have
I think
been
that was the
Zach.
last
Oh,
one.
Zach.
I think
Okay.
it might have been Zach.
Yeah.
She's thinking about calling the 10,000
Thinking about who's talking.
I know.
Oh,
I'm like,
she is. She's still thinking
She's still thinking about
the-
calling the 10,000
numbers.
customers.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Um,
that's a
that is a.
well. You did
good
such a good.
idea.
You did such a great job for them all those years
Well,
ago.
we
So
just-
why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was special, but it is a lot of work.
It is
And,
so that I'm doing that. I'm doing that now.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
doing.
you're
I'm going
hustling
through
right now.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going back old school.
Okay.
And I'm reaching out to them, and I have found that they're just so warm and receptive, and they're
Yeah.
like, "This is awesome."
I mean,
And
it's
Oh,
it was-
that's so
inspiring, Heather.
reassuring.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's inspiring. I mean, to a lot of people, like I think they just genuinely, and maybe it's the ones that it is not inspiring. Well, that's fine. They're maybe not the right person for us or you.
Right.
But it's a great story. I mean,
Isn't
it's really inspiring, and it's easy to, you got to hire somebody, right, to
That's right.
to take care of your real estate needs.
That's right.
Right. Why not hire somebody not only that has the resume, but like it's a great story to get behind and be a part of. Like
Yes.
that's what I love about it. So
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. What are your
Yeah.
goals like as you move forward here? Are you,
Yeah.
so I assume that you're running it by yourself right now.
Yes, I am taking care of what I have now, which is my current clients and my customers, ironing out a lot of the things that people don't see, which you guys can probably relate to this too.
yeah,
All kinds of things. One being Facebook of all things.
just talk to my daughter
I'm
Amber.
Salt
She
and Light
is
social media.
Salt and Light social media.
Boy,
She's
yeah, I will talk to
revolutionized
you.
our online
I
presence.
think I might have got it fixed, but we were locked out of Facebook for running ads.
Oh, geez.
Because we didn't meet, it's a long story. So there's a lot of things that you have to iron out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Eventually, I want to develop a team of people who are like-minded, share the same values, and we work well together,
Yeah.
kind of like your crew,
Yeah.
right?
Very
Because
much
all
like our
from
crew.
I still say it, from your roofers to your siders to your windows, they all had such great.
we
karma,
have a really,
charisma.
we have
Do
a
you-
really special team.
You do have a very special team, and it's going to take time to find those people. I may run
Yeah.
into someone tomorrow, and I'm like, that's the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and I want them just to be like we are, goal-minded, service-oriented.
Yeah.
I'm not looking
You don't
to
need to-
just bring in all new agents and like some companies do. Nothing against that. I was a new agent, right?
Sure.
But
Sure.
no. I want to. That's kind of where I want to go with.
And you'll
Henry
do
Real
a
Estate.
lot of shepherding and mentoring too, I'm sure,
do.
along the way.
I do.
And then possibly you might just get an all-star who doesn't need any, and then we're learning from them even.
Exactly right.
Which there's plenty of people who work for Big Fish Contracting that I'm learning from. It's every day. Tanya being one of them.
He's taught me a lot.
But still,
I don't know.
still,
Yeah,
like I
but
learn
yeah.
from her every day.
Sure.
Just the way she interacts with people,
That's
the
right.
way she processes information.
That's right.
Just because it's how she's hardwired, and I know I'm a little different, and it's,
Right.
but I'm like, but it's good, and I
That's
learn
right.
from her all the time. How can we get in touch with you, Heather?
You can call or text, which my phone number is 262-617-2725.
Okay.
I can be reached by email, heather@henryrealestatecompany.com. The website, henryrealestatecompany.com. I even have the Facebook, which is Henry Real Estate Company LLC, because the way Facebook is.
Sure.
Instant Messenger on Facebook.
Okay.
But Call and text.
Call and text.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
a shout out through
Or an
the
email.
through the email, through the website. Those are always going to be good. Yeah. So if anyone is listening, there's a lot of real estate choices out there. We know that.
Absolutely.
Everybody knows a realtor, but I could not recommend Heather more.
It's amazing. human.
This is coming from somebody who has hundreds of realtors in their phone right now from the 25 years of being. And to all of my real estate friends, there are others who I love out there who I have no problem. But Heather is one of the best of all the realtors that I have ever interacted with. And it's just a lovely human being.
Yes,
Thank
so
you.
You're welcome.
Always a pleasure to
Yes.
chat.
Yes, it's a
with
pleasure.
you.
So
Yeah.
thanks so much for tuning
I
in.
enjoyed it. Thanks for inviting me back.
Yes.
Yeah. Have a great day, guys.
All right.
Yes.
Bye.